Would you like to confirm your admission and proceed to an appointment to learn more about the program?
Yes, I would.
I've sent you an email with the appointment booking link. Please check your inbox.
One of the biggest problems that business owners face is having to make phone calls and qualify every single one of their leads, where that time could have been better spent in actually closing their client sales. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I built an AI system that will call my leads and send them an email to try and get them to book in a session with me. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how you can build the system exactly step by step for your business. But how good are these systems? Are they easy to implement? And most importantly, can they actually convert leads into paying customers? We're going to be investigating all of these things in this video today. If you're new to the channel, my name is Yash, and I help business owners understand the value AI can provide to them and help them implement these systems. If you're new to the AI voice caller space, let me give you a quick rundown. The rise of these AI callers have unlocked massive new opportunities for business owners to automate systems within their businesses. One of the most common problems business owners face is having to manage a whole heap of inbound and outbound calls, which take up a huge chunk of their day. In the last few months, there's been an explosion of these AI calling platforms, and we can use these platforms to build different calling systems for business owners. An inbound AI caller would handle any of the incoming calls for a business owner. This would include answering questions from their customers on their website in terms of their services, their opening hours, or having to book in an appointment. This sort of system would be best suited for a dentist, a hair salon, a nail salon, just to name a few. The other type of system that we can build is an outbound caller. This sort of system would call leads on the client's behalf and qualify them. Both of these solutions unlock massive opportunity for business owners where they can shift their focus onto the more strategic elements and focus on scaling up their operations and their revenue and profits. Let's have a look at Sam, who runs a fitness coaching business. So Sam gets most of his leads through his Instagram, where potential customers fill in a lead form. So all of these leads then come through to Sam, and he has to call every single one of them to qualify, understand what are their fitness goals, how many days they want to train, what's their motivation in order to write up a custom program for them. Something like this would take away a huge chunk of time away from Sam every single week. However, using an AI voice caller, Sam can automate this part of his business and shift his focus to actually closing clients and spend time on writing fitness programs and doing the delivery, which are the actual actions that are going to scale up his business. I want to focus on Sam's story here, and in this video, we're going to be building a system which takes in leads using a form. Then these leads are passed on to the AI caller, where it will qualify those leads and then send the potential prospects an email where it will try to book in the meeting with them. All right, now let's see the system in action. So I'm going to first start off with the lead capture form, and I'm going to put in my details, my first name, last name, and then I'm going to fill in my email address. And then lastly, I'm going to put in my number. Let's hit submit on that. All right, now with that lead form generated, we should be expecting a call from the AI any minute now. As you can see there, we've got the call from the AI. Let's answer it.
Hi, Yash. This is John here. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks, John. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm calling from Strong Fitness. We received an inquiry from you about our fitness programs. I'd love to help you find the right fitness program. Would you be happy to answer a few questions to get started?
Yeah, happy to answer.
Great. To start, can you tell me why you want to get fit?
Over the past year, I've just really haven't gotten out of the house, so I just felt like it's time to get my life back in order.
That sounds like strong motivation. Next, how many days per week are you looking to train?
I'm looking to train about 4 days a week.
Got it. 4 days a week is a solid commitment. What are your fitness goals? Are you looking to lose weight, to build muscle, or something else?
I'm looking to build muscle.
Based on your commitment to train 4 days a week and your goal to build muscle, I would recommend our Get Shredded program. Would you like to confirm your admission and proceed to an appointment to learn more about the program?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll send more details to your email now. Can you please confirm if your email is yash.chaubal@clevercompanies.com?
Yep, that's correct.
I've sent you an email with the appointment book link. You should receive it in a couple of minutes. Thank you for your time, Yash. Have a great day.
Thanks for that, John. Appreciate it. Bye. Now let's quickly have a look at my emails to see what the AI assistant has sent through. As you can see here, got a fitness consultation email. Hey Yash, looking to put you into a consultation. As we discussed, you're looking to train 4 days, and it's giving me a booking link. So let's have a click on that. And there you can see it opens up in Calendly, and I can click on any of the links to book a meeting and a fitness consultation further. So I'm not going to click on this, but just wanted to highlight this to show you how this all works end to end. Now I'm going to break the system down into step by step, and you can follow all these steps to build the system for your business. Before I hop into the actual building aspects of it, I want to spend a little bit of time going through the system diagram and explain the individual elements that have been linked together. So starting off, we've got the Google lead capture form that you saw earlier. This is where we'll be putting in our first name, last name, email address, and phone number. That information is then sent to make.com, and using that information, and especially that phone number field, we send that off to VAPI, and it triggers a call through VAPI. If you're not familiar with what VAPI is, it's one of the latest AI voice call platforms. It's quite solid. It can be used for inbound and outbound calls, and I'll be going through the platform in a bit more detail later on in the video. So from there, we get the phone call from VAPI, as you saw in the demo earlier, and that's where the AI caller talks to us and completes all the qualifications in terms of asking us for our motivation, how many days we want to train, and then gives us recommendation on program. From there, you're asked if you're interested in scheduling a consultation or not. If you say no, that's where the call is ended, and that's the end of that pathway. If you do say yes, then VAPI triggers a webhook, which is connected to make.com, and that's going to send all that qualification information across. And then after that, using that information that's just come through, make.com will then trigger a flow, which will then send you an email with that Calendly link. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how this system is built. And now we're going to be jumping into each of these elements one by one. So starting off in Google Forms, I'm just going to quickly show you how you can start that off. So here, as you can see, I've already got a Google form here. You can hit this plus symbol to start a new form. Since I've already got one, I'm going to click on this. As you can see, you've got various different fields. So I've just got the first name, last name, email, and phone number field. If you wanted to send this form to someone, you just have to hit send, and that will give you the option to send it to any person that you want. So from here, we're going to go into make.com. This is the flow that actually triggers the VAPI call. So as you can see here, we've got a Google Forms block waiting, and this is going to understand once a new form has been filled, and it's going to be watching for those responses. So let's have a quick look into what this looks like. You're just going to have to do a Google connection to your account. So what you need to do is just need to hit add, and then click sign in with Google. And it should take you through a series of steps that you can follow, and it's going to form a connection. I've already got mine, so I'm not going to hit that again. And then we've got a module here from VAPI, which is make an API call. So I'm going to click into that to see what we've got here. So the URL that I'm going to call it's called call. So that's the endpoint from VAPI, and that allows you to actually initiate a call. So in terms of the method, this is a post method, and there's a few variables that you need to put in here. So as you can see, there's a JSON file here, a JSON object, sorry, and there's a few crucial pieces of information that you need to add in. So firstly, you need to add in your assistant ID, which distinguishes which actual chatbot, which actual agent you're using from VAPI. And that's something you can get from here. So if you go to your VAPI dashboard and you click on your agent, so this is where I've got the fitness sales agent, you're going to hit copy assistant ID. And then this is where you need to go back into Make and paste it in here. Then you need to have an assistant overrides object. And this is where you would need to have variable values, and having variable values in this format allows you to put in those custom variables that we've submitted in the form. So we're going to have a name, which we get from Google Forms. So in order to get that, we need to go to answers, first name, text answers again. I know it's it's embedded quite far in, and then you got to hit value there. And that's where you've got my name here. And then similarly, we're going to do the same for email, where you would need to expand that out, go into text answers, value again, and that's got my email. And then similarly for the number as well, and that's got my phone number from there. And then lastly, what you need is you need this phone number ID, which is equally important. And the way you get the phone number ID is you need to go into phone numbers. And here you can see I've got a phone number here, and that's the ID that you need to copy. And you actually need to link this phone number into VAPI in order to get this ID. So once you've done that linking, you just got to paste it in here again. And then once you hit OK, then that VAPI module's set to go. So when you fill that form in, it's going to send all that information. And as long as it's got that correct assistant ID and it's got that correct phone number ID, it's going to trigger that call and send all of those variables across into your call. Let's head over to VAPI now to see how the AI calling has been actually set up. So you need to go onto VAPI AI and hit sign up. And once you log in, you'll see an overview, something like this. I've made a few calls here. That's why I've got some metrics. You might not have as many metrics here. And then the first thing that you need to do is go into phone numbers, because before you can set up an assistant, you need to actually have a phone number to make a call. So you can actually buy phone numbers from VAPI. However, I prefer to buy mine from Twilio, and that way you can connect it up to different voice assistant systems and you're not restricted to having your number saved onto VAPI. So you need to go into Twilio, create an account. Once you've created an account, you'll see a screen like this. You actually don't need to upload any credits to Twilio because it will actually give you some starter funds. Then you need to go into manage and hit buy a number. And once this page loads, you'll see. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of numbers that you can buy. So you can just hit buy on one of these and hit buy. I've already got a number, I'm not going to do that. And once you've got your number, then you need to go back to your main account. Here then you'll see your Twilio phone number, and you've got your account information as well here, which is really important. If you go back to the VAPI dashboard, once you've got your number from Twilio, you need to import a number. You paste in your number that you just saw in Twilio before, and then you need to get your account SID and your authentication token, which you can get from here. So you need to hit copy onto the SID and you need to hit copy on the authentication token. Put both of those in here. Once you get your authentication information from Twilio, you need to put it into the SID and the token field here, and you just need to hit import. I already got mine, and then you'll have a page looking similar to this one here. So once you've got your number set up, let's go back over to the assistant. So you need to hit create new assistant, and you can just hit template, as you don't need to actually pick from one of the templates that they've provided here. And I'm going to walk you through how I've set mine up. So having a look at the fitness sales assistant, you're first on the model page. So this is where you're going to be doing your prompt engineering. So this first field here allows you to set up a welcome message. So my first message is just, hi, name of the caller, this is John here, how are you doing today? So John's my AI sales agent. And in terms of the prompt, I've set it up into 3 main chunks. So the first is the identity aspect of it, where I tell the AI agent what their personality is or what their identity is. So here I've got John as a sales agent who's a human being, has real feelings. He works for the Strong Fitness company, which provides fitness programs. Then in terms of the style, I need John to be informative and comprehensive, needs to maintain a professional style, and make sure that he sounds as a real human, which is really important when using these sort of systems. And then lastly, we've got the task. So the task is to help the call leads and help them choose the right fitness program based on a bunch of qualification questions. So as you can see here, we go through the script where it will start off by introducing the introduction, and then John's going to ask the caller if they can answer a few questions to understand what fitness program would be the best. And as you saw in the demo, we go through those bunch of questions, and then every time a question is asked, we've got in the prompt to save it to a particular variable. So we've got a few parameters, which I'm going to explain how to set up, but the answer to every question is saved to a parameter. And as you can see, we go through the prompt, and AI agent then asks us to confirm our email, which we've got through the Google Leads form. And then finally, if the caller is happy to go through with that consultation, VAPI is going to take all that information and then send it off to make.com. And I'm going to show you how you can set that up in here as well. Don't worry too much. You can get all of these prompts in my resource hub below. So you're going to have all the prompts and all of the make flows. Don't worry too much. I'll have it all linked in the description. And as you can see here on the right, we can choose which model we want. So we've just chosen OpenAI and the 4.0 cluster, which is the most recent model. For temperature, I've set it to 0.7 as I've found out that's the right level of randomness and max tokens of 250. So the next section is the transcriber. You don't need to worry too much about this. This is to get transcribed once the call's over. You're going to get a script in terms of what the call was like. You can just leave this to the default value. In terms of the voice configuration, you've got a whole lot of different providers. You've got Lemon Labs is quite a good one. However, it's probably the most costliest one as well. So for this information, I've gone with Rhyme AI and chosen John. As I found out, for a decent price, it sounds fairly good and not too robotic. And the next part is the functions. And this is a really important part, as we need to create a tool which is going to allow us to collect all that information over the call. Because if we don't actually have a tool, there's no way to capture that information and then send it across to Make. So in order to create a tool, you need to go into Tools, you need to hit New Tool, and then create one. I'm just going to walk you through the one that I've created here, which is called Collect Fitness Data. And the purpose of this is to collect leads motivation, how many days they'd like to train, so all that information. And as you can see here, that's the description. And there's a whole bunch of properties that I've got here. So I've got name, email, motivation, fitness goals, training frequency, and recommended program. All of these are a string variable. And for all of these ones, there's a small description for what the variable is. And this description is going to help AI to understand where the information needs to be saved. So we've got training frequency, recommended program, and you could think of this tool as a function. I know it's called a tool, but think of it as a function. And this houses all these different variables to which we can save that data to. So then if we go back to the assistant here, as you can see here, for each question, I've asked the assistant to save the response to the parameter, and these are the parameters from the tool that have been referenced here. So motivation, training frequency, name, email, and so on. You get the point. And then lastly, we've got this advanced section here, which allows us to toggle a few different features in terms of privacy and recording. It also gives us ability to configure different aspects of the call in terms of silence and like response delays. These ones I've just left these as default for the time being. You don't really need to adjust these too much. And the final part of the system is the last make flow, which actually takes the information from VAPI and then sends it across in an email. So this is a fairly simple flow. All we've got here is we've got a webhook here, which you need to create. So you can just go add webhook, and then it's going to give you a URL here. So it's very important to take this URL and bring it back into VAPI. So we're going to open up our Collect Fitness Data tool again, and you're going to hit on this Integrations tab. And in that Integrations tab, you're going to put in the server URL. So once VAPI triggers this tool, it's going to send all that collected information to this Make scenario here through this webhook, and it's going to be listening. So once that information comes through, we've just got a send email block here where you need to set up a connection. So you can just go hit add, and you can choose your connection type. I've chosen the SMTP as I've connected it to my email. I've already got one, I'm not going to do another one. For the email address, I'm going to hit this box here, and I need to find where that information is coming from. So there's a whole bunch of different menus here. So you need to go tool call, function, arguments, and then you've got all of these variables that are coming through. So I'm going to hit email here. As you can see, in terms of the subject, we go fitness consultation, and actually I've got my own name here hard coded. However, that's probably not good practice, as you need to have the name that comes in, because it's going to be different for each and every person. In terms of content type, I want to have plain text, as it's just easier to format. I don't like HTML because then I have to put all those other HTML tags just for spaces and breaks, and it just gets a bit more confusing. So I've just got a simple email which says, hi, name, we're looking to book in a fitness consultation. So as discussed, we're looking to train in. So this is just the frequency of how many days. And then you can use to book in the link to discuss and this is the recommended program that the AI agent gave to us in the call. And we've just got a Calendly link here, which the user can click on to go and book in a consultation. And that's it. So that's the end of the flow, and this will send that email across to the end user once they've had a chat with John, our AI sales agent. If you found this video valuable, please leave us a like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on AI news and builds. Let me know in the comments on what videos you'd like to see next. If you want to see another valuable AI use case, check out this video here, where I've built out an AI social media system that creates highly optimized content, 100% automated. And you can follow my easy step-by-step guide to implement that in your business. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.